today I'll be talking about the history and evolution of martial arts. So far we've heard or seen that the new comes from the old, and the old inspires the new, as explained by previous speakers. Martial arts is no exception by any means, according to many reliable sources. For example, in the book Advanced Karate by Japan Publications in 1969, I quote, "The oldest known records concerning combat techniques, hieroglyphs scrolls from Egyptian tombs, date as far back as 4000 BC, describing military fights similar to boxing and wrestling." So, as far back as over 6,000 years ago in ancient Africa, martial arts had its inception, and the martial journey began, spread, and evolved throughout the world. Some of which we know today as Aikido, Judo, Taekwondo, any others?
Boxing.
Jiu-Jitsu.
Boxing.
Muay Thai. My God. Right, so looks like we're going to be here for a while. Anyway, and many more, I'm sure. Alright? But not only do these arts differ in their name or supposed titles, there's also an astronomical or very big difference within each art in terms of form, application, and delivery. Take karate, for example. Most people think of that as just one form, or just one art, or just one martial art. Well, that is complete. Let me rephrase. That is not the case. That is not the case. First, there are many styles of karate, each with their own form, application, and delivery. As an example, I'll share with you my martial journey. 25 years ago or so, at the age of 11, just realized I were my age. For those of you who had, never mind. Anyway, I started my official study of karate, which at the time I didn't pay too much attention to. The style was called Go-Shu-Ru, which means hard and soft, which originated in Okinawa, Japan, or just south of Japan. During this time, I excelled in my study, achieving my first dan within 5 or 6 years. I trained for a few years on and off after this, as I was now at university, and the center where I was training was now closed. However, I remained active from going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, and running, which was another passion of mine. I would actually run, not jog, but run 5 miles at least 5 times a week, as well as practice alone. During this time, I took up Muay Thai and Wing Chun Kung Fu in the hope of broadening my martial experience, or so I thought at the time. Within Muay Thai, there was an intense emphasis on knees, elbows, leg, and shin kicks, whereas Wing Chun is more evasive in its application by using your opponent's force, aggression, and weight against them, almost like a mirror effect. I studied these arts concurrently for many years at the same time. For many years. During this time, I realized or saw striking similarities to my original art form of Goju-Ryu, and a sense of deja vu. Even though knees, elbows, and leg and shin kicks were not as prominent as in Goju-Ryu, they were still there, especially in the form, or what we refer to as kata, which is a series of movements for self-defense, either practiced alone or with a partner in a controlled manner. Why controlled? Simple answer. Some of these techniques are potentially very dangerous if executed correctly or done properly. Hence the repetitive practice of these forms or kata over and over and over and over and over and over again until you get them right, or better still, until you can't get them wrong. Just like the sharpening of a samurai sword every day, so it stays sharp and ready to use anytime, whatever the scenario. Which brings to mind one of my favorite phrases, which is, if you stay ready, you won't have to get ready. During this time also, I noticed even more striking similarities compared to my original art form of Goju-Ryu within Wing Chun Kung Fu, in terms of the fluid deflection of attacks by using your opponent's weight, strength, and aggression against them, like a mirror effect as I mentioned earlier. Within Goju Kata, there are also snippets of judo in terms of blocks, breaks, throws, and sweeps. Moreover, there are elements of Qigong within Goju-Ryu. Qigong basically focuses on heavily on breathing as a form of meditation to silence the mind, or summon energy, or what is known as qi in Chinese, hence the name qi gong, which means life energy, or working with life energy. Hence, qigong is a holistic as well as martial art. This similarity with Goju kata is very obvious in the slow, soft, and hard kata of Sanchin, in which there is heavy breathing, slow and hard, throughout just under 3 minutes. Finally, there's a very striking similarity to Wing Chun in terms of not Wing Chun, I've said Wing Chun already. There's a striking similarity to Tai Chi, in which there is slow, soft deflection of techniques. In the slow kata of Tencho, which is not as intense as Sanchin, but same fluidity in terms of the graceful blocking and countering, which is graceful, but yet very effective at the same time. If I was to go through all the similarities of Goju-Ryu compared to other arts, I'd literally be here all day, which I don't have time for, to be honest with you. So, in summary, Goju, this replicating, copying, or plagiarizing is not unique to Goju-Ryu alone, but martial arts as a whole, in terms of its adaptation and necessary evolution, where basically martial arts have distinctly over the years constantly taken snippets and pieces from each other in order to increase their effectiveness. In terms of the martial arts, I would say, as Bruce Lee said one time, the best fighter is not the boxer, karate, or judo man. The best fighter is the one who can adapt to any style. He kicks too good for the boxer, throws too good for the karate man, and punches too good for the judo man. Personally, my paraphrased understanding of this quote is, whatever you do, do it well. I repeat, whatever you do, do it well. Not only in combat, this could apply to anything. Go and set yourselves, for example. Despite the obstacles, or your opponent, which is usually you or yourself in many cases. Simply, get the job done. Make it happen. Be victorious by any means you have. This is probably how martial arts evolved or took presidency from its original form in ancient Africa over 6,000 years ago, as I said, which must have been very intricate at the time, going by these scrolls here. This is just one of hundreds in the Egyptian temples. So, in terms of the various martial arts I've mentioned, and some of you mentioned earlier, when all is said and done, there's only so many ways you can move your hands and your feet. Thank you for listening.